This toothbrush proves that there was a first cause. Here's how. It sounds ridiculous. So my hand is holding this toothbrush. Without my hand here, it simply wouldn't be held, because all the power to be held is borrowed from my hand. And my hand borrows all of its power from my wrist. My wrist borrows all its power from my arm. Without my arm, my wrist wouldn't be held up, and it would simply be impossible to hold this toothbrush. Well, my arm borrows all its power from my shoulder. And if the universe never had a starting point, that just keeps going on and on and on, because everything in the universe has to borrow its power from something else. So, in reality though, that's just delaying the explanation for how I'm able to hold this in this instant. So if there was no first cause, it would be impossible for me to hold this, because the power, the initiative of sending out the power when it exists, is just delaying the first cause. And if there is no first cause, then I literally could not be holding this. This alone does not prove that there's a God, but from that argument that we now can agree there was a first cause, we can look at the nature of the universe and use arguments like the fine-tuning arguments to narrow down the nature of what this first cause most likely is. You could make the argument from DNA, for example, that DNA could be described as code, so detailed, so specific that it can tell our body how to function. It's so specific that it almost forces an intelligent creator. Or look at the fine-tuning and the perfection of everything. Maybe this first cause can be assumed to be intelligent. Then humans have a preference for love, so possibly this first cause could be loving. And because of the nature of the universe, it consists of time, space, and matter among the material universe. It must be immaterial, eternal, and omnipresent. So, because if it isn't confined to space, it could be everywhere at once. So those are some arguments you can make to describe the essence of this first cause. But once you keep going down that path, it starts to sound a lot like a god. This toothbrush alone does not prove a god, but it starts the argument that you can make for the existence of a divine creator. Thanks for watching.